Top of the morning to you, laddies. My name's the Rental Man Buck. Welcome back to the return of Rental Rocket Landscaping. Today's project consists of a bid we actually just pulled last night at the City Council meeting. We've been in contact with Thetan County Public Schools, and we have won the bid to, in essence, be the maintenance crew on their landscaping property. So what we have to do is we need to go up, we need to mow the entire schoolyard. The only thing that we technically are not having to do right now is the baseball field because it is not towards the spring season. But we do need to cut and paint the football field because, of course, as we know, this Friday is actually going to be their scrimmage, and next week is the start of the regular season. So, without further ado, we're going to head to the shop here. We are on Thetan County, Iowa. This is a new map by DR Modding. This is the original creator to the UMRV map. So, it's actually going to be kind of nice if we get to showcase such a great map on such a great return of a series. I have not gotten the gates open yet. I kind of probably should have thought of that beforehand. But as you guys saw from our opening credits roll, this is an F250 XLT short cab, short bed. Not really an actual configuration, but I really kind of saw that and I really liked it. This is actually the new Rental Rocket Landscaping shop. I was actually supposed to use these logos back in the day in FS19, but the shop never came to fruition and 22 came out, so we never actually could use any of this. This is actually just the Welker Farm shed. I just painted it tan, as well as that garage. Those are both Welker Farm stuff, so not a surprise there. Not a whole lot of base equipment to start with. I kind of just want to grab my stuff and go. So we're going to grab our big golf course mower over there, as well as the paint stripers you guys probably saw in the thumbnail. That's kind of a nice little project. I don't know why I thought of that, but I just threw something together and it like somewhat looks like it works. But I don't think we're going to need to bring the 3R since we don't really need to use the mower deck since we're going to use that big boy. So without further ado, we have our keys. Let's grab the extended cab GMC, and we will make our way. If you guys have not already, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe down below. As you do know, we are on the race to the 100,000 subscriber mark by the end of this year. You guys also might see that we have $16 million. The reason I do that is for the sake of once I complete these projects, I just kind of want to have enough money to set up and work on these projects. We're not really going off of I do this job, I make certain X amount of money, so it's realistic, but it's not going to be realistic for the way that the money looks. Otherwise, let's grab, which trailer should we do for this? Because I know I need that bigger mower. Let's just take this load trail, because I know this is going to be a pretty foolproof trailer. Now, I didn't really mention anything, but in this back shop, we actually have, we do need to grab our paint, too. So we're going to need to grab the field latex paint, so that way we can actually spray that on the ground. You know, kind of helps to paint the field when you have the paint. But here is our field striper, so we're going to open up our door here. Grab this. Now, they're not supposed to turn like that, but I couldn't get this thing to, like, not visually show that. But so, yeah, this is the field striper. We, in essence, just fill the bucket up with old paint. I just kind of keep the same one on here just for the sake of changing out. It's going to be a pain. But we'll slide this up right on the trailer. Strap that down. Maybe, if this will let us. Nice, there's that and there's that. That technically locks both of them. We will close that. And let's grab our paint here. So right before we left, we also mixed up a quick batch of Roundup, and we got that in the back as well, with another jug of that in the back behind my seat. But let's get to the school, so that way we can start by first mowing, because that's going to be the biggest project that we're going to need to take on with this in general. So just coming up on the school now, to my knowledge, this like barn and silo system is not belonging to the school. It's like the property line's like halfway in between that. So we're just going to park over here in the parking lot and kind of unload towards the back, because I know a lot of this big stuff right here is probably going to be... Maybe I should have brought a smaller mower too. But either way, like that whole field thing, that all belongs to the school. So we're just going to kind of be that guy, and we'll load all of our stuff right here. You know what? Scratch that. Because of the fact we have to take the striper down here, I'm actually going to park right here. Because once we mow that, we're going to have a lot of paint to be painting 120 yards worth of paint. Let's first off get our striper off here, since this obviously does not need to be used at the moment. And let's get a couple shots of getting the mower going here. So we'll see you guys in a little bit once we get some yards mowed. After burning through, I kid you not, half a tank of diesel. I think it's because I have the more like fuel usage mod in here, but half a tank of diesel, and we have finally completed our main schoolyard. Like, the main schoolyard is 100% complete. So without further ado, I am going to do cutting back and forth with this. And then we are going to pull out the striper and get some paint loaded in, so that way we can start striping the field. So coming down the last stretch, that is the last of all the grass. Now, as you guys can see, they actually do have some very faint lines from previous year with the lines painted on the field. So we kind of at least have an idea of where we're supposed to be doing this. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run up over the hill here. I'm going to jump the mower, park the mower, and we are going to start filling up our line sprayer here. So, got to take one of our 5-gallon jugs here, and we'll unscrew our cap, of course, unscrew that cap, and let us dump the paint in. We might need to have, the school says they have a handful of these jugs as well. It's just that the reason we got the bid for this is faculty is a lot shorter this year. They're kind of short a couple maintenance people. So they asked us if anybody would be willing to put in a bid for it. So we ended up getting that bid, like I said. That should be all that we needed for our paint. So let's pop on here and get started. Now, as it shows in the bottom, it runs off of liquid fertilizer, but the true story of that is It's the only thing that I can technically have because it acts like a sprayer. But in essence, it acts like that. So it's spraying liquid fertilizer, but there's enough of them that it looks like a paint stripe. So it's kind of the mechanicalness behind this. We're going to start right here on our main goal line. And of course, this one's going to take quite a few passes as well as quite a few gallons. So get our line started. And we work our way down. Now, each tank is, of course, 5 gallons worth of paint, and the only thing that kind of sucks is that there's a good chance that I'm going to need to probably do 2, if not 3 passes, give or take how well the paint actually sticks. But since this is, of course, already had 1 pass done, or you could still see the lines faintly, probably not going to need to do nearly as much. So we'll go back on the other side of the goal line here. And then we'll complete the boxes going around. So we're going to do the box on the outside. And then, of course, we're going to do all 10-yard lines, 5-yard lines, and then the yard lines in between. This process takes a while. And it takes a lot of paint. And I mean a lot.
The city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5, happy with the simple life.
Technically all she wrote. The field actually looks really, really nice. Now, of course, I can't really paint over the top of the actual grass, which would be cool, but it's farm sim. So what we're going to do is we're going to load up here. We're going to take the rest of the paint that's in this jug, dump it back into one of these. I personally do not need these right now, so whatever's in this jug that gets poured into one of these, we're just going to give this back to the school, so that way they can have that for the season when they need to go repaint the stripes, or if they need to go paint the practice field still. But they said they don't need me to do that one, so we're going to load these back up. This is the school's gator. These are the empty ones, I know that. And we're going to kind of get ourselves back to the shop. Now, I've always slightly wanted to do this, but they're letting me take the gator. But that's probably going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you all so much for checking this one out. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe down below. If you guys have any comments that you'd like to know about the landscaping series and what technically I should do with it, be sure to leave those down in the description down below. Also, be sure to check out the Boomstick Club for all the up-to-date content from me and the gang. You already know who is in it. And that's going to do it for me, guys. I shall see you all in the next one. I completely forgot about this patch, so we're going to use the Weed Whacker to get those. But we'll see you all later. This is the Rental Man out. Peace.